Oh man, today's video is going to be a little bit pessimistic sounding, but I promise if you stick around to the end, I'm going to try and give you guys some real truths about this industry that you definitely need to know before you place your hard-earned money on the markets or in the markets. Today we're going to be talking about some of the truths, the ugly truths, and things that you need to know if you're going to be trading Forex. This industry is so full of hype, fake stuff, scams, and things that you need to be aware of. In fact, the entire industry itself has a really bad rep because of the fact that a lot of people lose money. A lot of people think of foreign exchange and stock market trading as gambling, and there's a good reason why. A lot of people who get involved with this stuff lose a lot of money. And so in today's video, I'm going to try and bring some clarity as to things that you need to know about the Forex market. So let's get started. Okay, so obviously we know that many traders are attracted, myself included, to the foreign exchange market and the stock market for trading options, trading stocks, whatever you're doing, by people out there on Instagram and social media who show this lavish lifestyle that they have achieved supposedly through their trading. And I'm here to blow that up. So the reality is that Forex traders and stock traders are mostly attracted to the young crowd that's on Instagram showing lots of money, right? They see that 25-year-old, 23-year-old, whatever, trader who's driving a nice car and showing this fancy lifestyle, and they think, hey, I want to be like that. I want to trade Forex, trade stocks, whatever, so that I can do that too. Now, the reality of this is so far from what they are showing you on Instagram. How many times have you heard that Instagram is fake and that you shouldn't trust it, and YouTube is, well, I guess YouTube is a little bit more diverse, but Instagram specifically is so fake. Like, you see so many people who are showing these fake lifestyles. So really, when it comes to Forex, nothing has changed here. In fact, it's probably worse. These traders often show massive profit screenshots and show nice cars that they're driving and claim that Forex has changed their life, and now they travel and trade and all this sort of stuff. But like I said, that is such a facade, and it is mostly a marketing scheme to get people to buy something from them, whether that be an expensive course or some other service that they offer. These people are showing you a dream in order to sell it to you and make themselves actually rich. They're not actually making a lot of money from trading Forex, and if they do, then they should be able to prove it. And there's multiple ways that you can prove that you're actually a successful trader. For example, a track record tracked on a third-party site, but these people won't give you those. They will give you, oh, I don't record it on my FX book, or oh, I don't, I don't need to show you that. I don't need to prove anything, right? But the reality is that if you're going to be selling a dream, in my opinion, you definitely need to be able to back it up, especially when I know, being in the industry for 5 years, that that's all cap and it's not real. It's fake stuff to try and sell the idea of making a lot of money from Forex. But the reality is they're making a lot of their money from selling courses, selling, etc., just to make the real money. So I want to take a step back and actually answer the question first. What really is Forex? Forex, or foreign exchange, is a marketplace in which traders and investors can buy and sell different currencies relative to one another. Now, that sounds fairly straightforward, buying and selling things like the dollar and the pound and the euro. But really, what is going on here? Well, when you take a trade, when you take a buy trade on a currency pair, you're buying one, you're selling the other. If you make money, you have to take that money from someone else, essentially. Anytime you take a trade, someone else is on the other side of that trade. So for you to make money, someone else has to lose money. And when you lose money, somebody else makes money. We're going to come back to that in just a moment. The big thing to know here is that if that is the case, you have to ask yourself, who is on the other side of that trade? If I'm taking buys and someone else must be taking sells, and I'm making or losing money, who's on the other side of that seesaw? And why does it always seem like every time I get on that seesaw, I get flinged up into the heavens while they are sitting there making big cash? Well, the reality is that who you are going up against is pretty daunting, and you won't hear this very often from a lot of people out there. You are going up against big banks, institutions, PhDs, the most intelligent people in the world are involved in financial markets. I'm a computer science major. Some of the highest paid CS degree jobs that I used to see when I would just go perusing through the different dream jobs for a CS major, things like $500,000 a year for a programmer for Wall Street doing things like quantitative trading, etc., right? They are hiring the best talent in the world to win and take the other side of your trade. So you're talking about most people who get involved in this, they don't know much about finance, they don't know much about foreign exchange, and they get sold this idea that it's easy. Meanwhile, they're going up against literal geniuses and PhDs and the top traders of the world who are taking the other sides of their trades. How do I know that? It's because they supply most of the trading volume. So you as a retail trader, if you have 50 bucks in an account or $500 or even $50,000, that is nothing compared to the ginormous banks and institutional traders that are dealing with billions of dollars in the foreign exchange market and stock markets. So you're going up against big players. So how do we survive? Is there any chance for actually making some money? Well, yes, but it's very different than what you're sold. Many times people will see stories of someone turning a $500 account into $10,000, $50,000, etc. But these returns are nothing more than gambling in the short term. You might say, well, Nick, I have a strategy. I know how to trade this certain pattern. But remember, we're trading against the best people in the world at this. Don't you think they know sort of what most retail traders are up to? And I'm not saying it's impossible, don't get me wrong. It's just highly unlikely that a small trading account is going to become a ginormous trading account and you're going to get super rich off of it. That is a hype dream. And not only that, that hype dream is intentional. Those big traders on the other side of your trades, the smart ones, they want you to believe that you can make a ton of money from a small amount of money. They want you to believe that 500 to 10,000 and beyond is reasonable and that it's possible. Oh, and Jojo over here made that, so can you, right? They want you to think that so that you provide the other side of their trade. Remember, anytime you take a trade, someone else has to be on the other side of it. Same for them. They want people to believe that they can make a lot of money in Forex so that they can fill their positions and make big money off of the unsuspecting little guy who is just getting into this and heard about some Instagram fake hype person who made a bunch of money. Okay, so now let's be a little bit more optimistic and just look at the realities. I know this video is really probably sobering for some people and sounds like I'm super negative, and I am going to get to some truths in this industry. It is possible to make money. It's just not what you expect. Stay with me. We will get there. So before we do though, we need to understand one more hard part about this. A lot of the people out there who make you believe or tell you that you can make a lot of money from this and they show these huge screenshots of making ginormous money that are fake, they don't mention that also you have to be consistently, to make consistent money, you have to be consistently beating out the top traders of the world, which is not an easy thing. This is why I often say on my channel that foreign exchange and just trading in general is highly unpredictable, and it's not easy, right? To think that you know better than the best traders in the world is probably a little bit arrogant, and even myself included. Sometimes when I catch myself thinking too highly of, oh, I know this is going to happen, I take a step back because I know you don't know with any certainty where the markets are going to go. That doesn't mean you can't make money in them, but you need to understand that you don't have some magical crystal ball that is above the rest, most likely, unless you are some sort of 175 IQ genius with a trading strategy that no one else is thinking about. But the reality is that if you think you're super special in these markets, you're gonna get smoked. And it's not me trying to be mean to you or be harsh to you. I'm trying to help you because I thought that, and it cost me money. So I'm trying to help you out and let you know that you're not some big hotshot. You can still make money. Like I said, we'll get to that in a minute, but just understand you're not gonna make 50, 100% a year. If you're good, you're able to do better than buying the benchmark, which is, buying the S&P and holding for years and making like 7% a year. If you're able to make 10, 15, 20% in Forex or stocks per year, then I would consider you a good trader. That is just my personal opinion after 5 or 6 years in this industry. People don't like to hear that. They don't like to see that because they're like, well, Nick, I only have $1,000 to trade. So what's the point if I can only make 20% per year? And unfortunately, that's the reality. That is what I have to tell you. I'm not here to blow smoke up. What do I get out of, saying that? I get nothing. I'm not, faking it on Instagram to show you guys a lifestyle, to sell you something. I'm telling you the truth that I have experienced through my years of trading. If you have $1,000 and you say, well, 20% a year is not really that good for me, that's a lot of work for no money. Welcome to the reality of Forex, unfortunately. Like I said, I'm not trying to piss people off. I just know that does. I know people don't like to hear that, but I'm telling you that because it's not all bad either, and I'll talk about that in a second, but the idea is that if you are watching and you have $1,000, you have $2,000 in a trading account, and you're like, 20% is not going to cut it for me, I would highly encourage you not to look at foreign exchange or stock trading or anything like that in the short term as a big monetary source, because just like any other business, Forex trading, stock trading, it takes money to make money. You're not going to be able to make a ton of money, unfortunately, in this industry without over leveraging and taking huge risk to actually do so, risking blowing your entire money and more. So with that said, where's the optimism? Where's the upside here? Because it doesn't seem very bright, right? Well, the reality is that if you are in this for the long term, if you're in for the right reasons, if you're looking to do this seriously for an extended period of time, like myself and some of the other traders inside of our private community, I've met a lot of different traders along the way that are in it and for the long term. They are very serious about this. They take this as a serious craft, and they treat it like a 4-year college degree. If you are really willing to treat it like a 4-year college degree, the reality is that yes, you have $1,000 today, but what if 10 years from now, and you stack away money, you build up your net worth, and you have more money to trade with in that time, and meanwhile, up until that time, you prepare yourself, you train yourself in the foreign exchange market, you learn the skills necessary, you treat this like a 4-5 year degree, and then eventually you start to compound your money and build it with time. This is the truth, this is the reality that you probably knew deep down inside about anything in life. It takes time, it takes patience, and it's a ton of work. Forex is so difficult. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, my channel here has been a journey for me. I've shared my ups, my downs. I've definitely had a lot of them myself, and I finally come to the realization over the time of making this channel that foreign exchange, I mean, I knew it a while ago, but it hits me every day. It's not a way to make quick money. It's a way to make slow and steady money if you know what you're doing. To know what you're doing, though, is not easy, and it takes a lot of time to learn. So again, this is me telling you the most truthful parts of Forex that I possibly can, and I hope that this was helpful to you. If it was helpful to you, do me a big favor, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel down below, come with me on this journey. I invite you to check out more of my content completely for free. Don't go buy an expensive course, don't do any of that. Like I said, if you want the real no BS version of Forex and stock market trading, you're gonna get it on this channel because I'm kind of sick of the other stuff. So with that said, guys, thanks very much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you back in the next one.